Yo, what's up, guys? Yo, episode 2. About to say 6 for some reason. We're not that far yet. But yo, episode 2, we finally got the fight between Yuri and Junk Dog. What did you all think about it? And feel free to let me know in the comments section below. So first, I want to highlight one part I found really, really funny about the episode. Alright, we need a name. It's your name. What do you want it to be? Joe. Joe. That has a ring to it. That'll be your ring name. Joe. So the man's name is Joe. I don't know why, but for me, I just found that whole sequence pretty hilarious. Because it's like, that's a good name. Like, yeah, Joe. More importantly, let's start this review. Alright, so quick recap. We know in episode 1 we left off where Yuri and Junk Dog, also now known as Joe, were about to throw hands. They're about to fight, right? And we see that Yuri from the beginning says, hey, I can handle you with one hand. He takes away one hand and actually begins fighting Junk Dog. I really like that he's that cocky because he knows that he has the Shirada gear. He knows that he's the champion, he's well known, and he's just in an underground tournament against some no-name, So seeing him be that cocky, that confident, I actually like the character more so because when he was around President Shirada, he really didn't say too much other than, like, yes, ma'am, or I'll fight. She says, no, we'll go. So, seeing him just kind of without her around lets us know a little bit more about his personality. So they get to boxing and we see that Yuri is actually handling the main character with one hand. But what I liked is that the main character actually was able to step up and make Yuri use two hands, showing that our main character actually is pretty viable. Not skilled enough to beat Yuri in this case, but he's actually able to be like, alright, if you're not going to take me seriously, you're going to get knocked out. Lo and behold, our main character did get knocked out, which honestly I liked. Initially I thought before this episode was that maybe somehow the main character would get some clean hits on Yuri, show that he's competent, and somehow get involved in Megalonia. But we find out that he got knocked out. I like this because it shows how out of the league the main character is in regards to Yuri right now. But the one thing that really stood out is that Yuri walked off and said, this man's not getting up, I'm out. The main character actually got up and said, let's continue fighting. This is really important because not only is our main character at least, viable to make him use two hands, he can get up after a clean hit. So at least he has stamina, endurance, or something, some type of drive to actually be like, I can keep doing this. I can still fight. He was standing on his feet. Yuri as a champion knows when he's knocked someone out. I guarantee you he has plenty of fights thus far. He knows how hard he hit, and he knows when he got a clean shot. But since the main character got up, that means he got potential. So Yuri walks off, says, hey, if you want to battle me again, you're going to have to battle me in my arena. Work your way to the top and fight me in Megalonia, and leaves. Now what I really, really like about the main character is the fact that he didn't get depressed. He didn't say I wasn't good enough. He didn't say, dang, I really got beat up. This man, the next time, is like, hey, I'm ready to fight again. I'm ready. I'm hyped. I got this drive. He got newfound motivation. So I like that because now we're going to have to see the main character actually get better. We obviously see he's not good as Yuri, but at least he stands a chance in the ring with Yuri, at least by stamina or making him use two hands as I mentioned earlier. So here's the next really interesting thing that I saw and I liked about the episode. It's really subtle. You may have noticed it, or I may be thinking deep, but the next scene has Yuri actually in front of the door. There's a dog whooping at him. He's like, oh, you want to get out, dog? He's like, yeah. So he opens up the door. The dog goes outside. He's running around all hype and stuff. I think this correlates or symbolizes the main character because our main character's fighter name is Junk Dog, right? Yuri said there's no tombstones for stray dogs, right? Referring to the main character. So maybe by Yuri letting this dog outside correlates to how you just let the main character out. You gave him a goal, you gave him a challenge. You said, hey, if you want to fight me again, work your way up through Megalovania. Sounds like Castlevania. But Megalonia, and also the fact that I don't think the main character ever would have tried to work towards Megalonia. if he wasn't given that challenge. He even says to President Shirata, I'll never see that guy again. But we know as viewers of this anime that you're going to see again. You all are going to fight, and ideally this character will win. One thing I didn't talk about though. In the last episode, the title was actually titled Buy or Die. I don't know what I can get from that one. Maybe it was that whole am I running away or am I facing my challenges thing like he said at the beginning of the episode, I guess. But today's title is actually called The Man Only Dies Once. The main character got beat up by Yuri, so since he only dies once, I guess that means next time we get to fight Yuri, we'll actually win. Hopefully, maybe. And the next episode title at the end, they called it Gear is Dead. So we already got Buy or Die, The Man Only Dies Once, Gear are Dead. Let's actually hope the main character doesn't die through the series. Hopefully they don't. But it could be a possibility, because even in one of the episodes, I believe this one, Nambu said, if you go this route to Megalonia, you'll die. You're not going to make it. Hopefully they're not leading to it, that thing. And let me hop on another topic. Today was the first time we actually, or this episode is the first time we actually got to see the anime intro. Then the intro, of course, they had the gear and all that other stuff. But more importantly, they look like wolves, but I feel like they're stray dogs because that's the main thing, you know, Junk Dog and the dog point I mentioned earlier. But I think they're like stray dogs. You see them like falling out of like thin air and stuff and howling, and they look kind of beat up. So maybe this relates to the character on how he's used to get beat up. He's probably going to get beat up going through this, but he'll improve and keep going. Also, the dog walks over the one-way sign. This could be a one-way trip to death, with the titles being death-themed or died. So we don't know. We'll have to see on that. But that's one interesting take on it that I've been seeing thus far that keeps popping up. They talk about death a lot. Moving on, later on, we know the main character gets back in the ring. Nambu's ready to run another hustle, and the main character knocks out his opponent in like literally one punch man style, right? He took him out, looked at his boss is looking at him like, oh man, you just really messed up. And he really did mess up by doing that and messing up the hustle. Nambu was called to the back, and we were introduced to the boss, I'll call him the boss, who we found out they actually owe a lot of money to. So I don't know how they owed money, or is it just because he lost money in this case? But Nambu and the boss go back and forth. The boss reminds me of like a Yakuza-like guy, and he's all calm, like, you know, eat this food real quick. Yeah, you gotta pay me back. You know, so that shows the seriousness of a situation. What made it really real to me is when Nambu slammed his head on the desk. This man is bleeding. I'll pay you back the money. I'm sorry. The boy didn't listen to me. You know, and I was like, wow, this is actually kind of serious. Like, he's gonna kill him. And the guy literally asks for him to cut out his eye. You know, I'm like, he only has one eye left. So I wonder if that first eye deals with his debts. We don't know. Maybe to be revealed or elaborated on. But wow, I didn't expect a Yakuza guy to try to like take out his eye. Now here's the thing, and I want to ask this question to you all, for those watching. I don't know how you all took it, but I took it two ways. When Nambu says, but what about my partner? And the boss is like, you would even sell out your own partner for it. Was Nambu actually like, I offered my partner, the boxer, what you gonna do with him? Like, take him instead of me? Was it that? That's what I thought the first time. The second time, I was like, maybe he was genuinely concerned about his partner. You know, like, okay, what are you gonna do with him if I'm gonna lose my eye, or if I'm gonna die because of this? I couldn't tell if that was concern or that was, I'll throw him under the bus, because the boss made it sound like he was throwing him on the bus. Do let me know, because I'm genuinely curious how you all felt about that, because I don't know. I'll go with him being concerned, but I really don't know on that one. Other than that, we see that Nambu says, hey, we'll pay you all the money back. We're going to Megalonia. We're going to win, and I got to hustle to do it. So why is it important for them to show in this episode the boss, the threat, and the seriousness of the situation? So obviously what the boss is doing, if this was done in the city, this would be illegal. In the slums, I don't know. But the reason they had to show the boss and the seriousness of the situation and, you know, that they're basically hustling people, is that the boss has the ability, by the guy, and you saw my little skit where he was typing up like Joe's name, the boss has the connections and powers or resources to actually create a fake citizen ID. He even said, this is the only thing I'm helping you with, but by introducing him in this episode, it actually makes it possible for the main character to have a way, because Joe, I'll start referring to him as Joe now instead of Junk Dog, and Nambu obviously wouldn't have the money or resources to do it, but this episode you introduce somebody that actually does have it. Plus you add an extra layer of Nambu, if you and this boxer don't win, then y'all gonna die. Y'all owe me money. You gotta pay me back. It's interesting that the main character doesn't know this fact. Like, I like that he doesn't know, because I felt like if he did, he would feel the pressure, like, I win or I die or I'll lose an arm or whatever this Yakuza like boss is gonna do to me. So that's a nice extra layer of we have to win. That's definitely making Nambu take it more seriously, and they only have 3 months to do this. But with 3 months remaining, we'll see what this anime does. Don't forget the next episode is the Gear is dead, so I'm interested to see what that'll be like. What's the next move and how we'll go about training or improving or getting ready for this tournament in 3 months. And yeah, let me know what you all think about the episode. Definitely let me know what you think about it. If you like the video and like the review, feel free to like it. I plan on doing more anime reviews, so I would love more suggestions with some animes to check out, specifically this season right now. And honestly, thank you very much. Let me know what you think. And yo, I'll see you all next review, alright? We're gonna catch up to the main series. Alright, catch you later, guys. Good night, and thanks for watching.